So I am here with Heiko Dobrikow, the consummate hotelier in Greater Fort Lauderdale. As far as I'm concerned, the consummate hotelier in all of South Florida. So Heiko, would you introduce yourself a little bit about where you came from, and here you are.
So Ina, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me today, and the compliments are going right back at you. You are a tremendous tourism icon, and what you are doing every single day for this community is just second to none. And you are not even a hotelier. It just blows my mind. Well, as you know, I'm the general manager of the Riverside Hotel right here on famous Las Olas Boulevard. And I'm also the executive vice president of the Las Olas company. Have been in the industry for about 30 years now. Most of my time I've spent here in South Florida. I've lived, worked, and played in Monroe County, in Miami, in Broward, of course, right now, and in Palm Beach. So I know the South Florida area very well. Tourism is in my blood. I love it. It is just something that wakes me up with a smile in the morning and then puts me back to bed with a smile as well. And just dealing with a great family-oriented staff here and a vibrant community that we have here in South Florida makes me so excited just moving forward and really creating the magic for our visitors, but also for our locals, needless to say.
And for sure, the Riverside Hotel is a very special icon in this community. So just give us a little bit about the history of the Riverside, because there's nothing like it.
There really isn't. Very rarely do you still find a property that's family owned and operated by the same family for 86 years. Mike Weymouth is fourth generation family. Barbara Wells is the owner with some of the shareholders that we have. But it's very rare that you still find some properties that have been in the possession of the same family for over 8 decades. That's certainly priceless. And then being directly on Las Olas Boulevard, where literally you can just take the elevator down and you have your playground right in front of your door with Las Olas Boulevard, or in the back of your hotel with the new river, where the water taxi can pick you up and take you anywhere in town, is just really priceless.
And your extraordinary new restaurant.
Yes, of course. Thank you for talking about this. The boathouse at the Riverside has become really the hotspot here in Fort Lauderdale. Right on the new river, the cuisine is just second to none. Chef Juan Pedro is just doing a fantastic job, and our general manager, Scott Keller, leads the effort just beautifully. And the reviews that we're getting are just amazing. You know, we have been a top 10 restaurant now since we actually opened. And same with my other restaurant, which is the Wild Sea Oyster Bar and Grill. Has been a top 10 restaurant since 2013 out of over 900 restaurants in Fort Lauderdale. So both of them are doing really well, and local favorites, because we price for the locals, which is great.
Yeah, this is great. So Heiko, again, you are for me the consummate hotelier. And particularly as we have weathered what's going on this past year. You are right up, like the amazing example of how to actually do all the COVID protocols way above the top, right? And a lot of people copied you after that. But I want to now talk about the future, because tourism is booming right now. So what do you see for the future of the tourism industry now and as we go into the summer and into the fall? And how has tourism been impacted going into the future?
Ina, that's a great question. I wish I had a crystal ball on that, because at the end of the day, we didn't expect the rebound to be right now as fast as it happened. Literally from Christmas week, it has not stopped. And every weekend we are sold out. During the week, I just mentioned to you, this is in the middle of the week and I'm almost sold out tonight even. It's just tremendous. There is such a pent-up demand with the visitors that are traveling, and currently domestic visitors that are traveling, that just want to get away and want to get into a climate where they can just be on the outside. If you think about it, anything north of Florida has been either locked down or they had cold weather. And when you're in that kind of a situation, you want to get out and you want to travel. Florida is, of course, the place to be, because I think we as a state have done a really good job putting the right protocols in place, creating a safe environment, and enforcing it appropriately. And that has helped us. Down the line in the future, I think we have to buckle down for a very, very busy summer. I think this is not going to stop. I think visitors want to get traveling, they want to get going, they want to see different places. If you think about it, you know, many of these folks have been in lockdown since March 17th. You know, we just celebrated this 1-year anniversary, you know, quote unquote celebrated, because it's really not a celebration of the pandemic, of the COVID-19 pandemic. But folks are tired of being at home, and now that that the vaccines are being distributed, you know, we are going now next week to the age bracket of 18 and older. Isn't that great? That everybody in this country can get vaccinated is just phenomenal. And when you have that kind of peace of mind that you are vaccinated, you can go out there, you can travel, you can feel safe, you know that all the operators, whether it's a hotel, a restaurant, an attraction, retail, that they're all doing their part to keep everybody safe, it will give people just peace of mind to just pack up their bags, either get in a car, go into the airplane, and get traveling again. So I think it's going to be a very busy summer. Business travel will pick up probably more in the latter part of the year, when a lot of the businesses will get rid of the travel ban for the business travelers. And then we are seeing a strong interest of conferences, groups, and catering events to come back. Many organizations are talking about those events now as well, which is really fantastic to see.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I've heard, and for sure I experienced too, because I'm a senior, is that market, which was really locked down, is the one that now is coming in droves, because they're the ones that got vaccinated first, right? And they've got the money, so they can spend the money in your restaurants and have their martinis or whatever and feel completely safe. And you know, I think that's also what's changed. So it's not just younger people right now, it's that older generation, right, who love to travel, and they've got the time, they've got the money, and now they're safe doing it.
I think, first of all, you're a very young senior. I mean, I'm not sure whether I would put you in the category of senior, because you...
Well, I'm 75, so that's...
Well, but anyways, you know, I think you're 100% right? I think when you look at the demographics that are out there, every different generation has their part of the traveling scene currently. Certainly the senior citizens or the boomers that we have out there are the ones that have the disposable income, they have the time, and certainly they want to have a great experience in a location that is classy, that is upscale, and that welcomes people with open arms and that sort of thing. If you look at the Gen X generation, right, these are the professionals that have now a lot of money too, and they want to travel. They have this zest for experiences and finding different places out there. And I'm telling you, 50% of the biggest generation that is ready to travel are the millennials, right? The millennials are just not loyal to any kind of brand. For me, they're the true traveling butterflies that are out there, that want to spend some time at the ocean, they want to spend some time in the mountains, they want to spend some time in the city, in the urban environment, whatever it is. But I think they are the true explorers out there in order to travel and see what this world has to offer. So all the generations that are currently traveling out there, whether it's the boomers, whether it's the Gen X, whether it's the millennials, you know, I think they are all ready to just get out, conquer the world, just grab a hold of the freedom and enjoy life again to its fullest, still in a safe way. Yeah. We still have to do that. You know, this virus is not going to walk away overnight.
Well, that's why we have the Safe and Clean pledge that almost all the businesses here have taken.
Yeah, it's amazing how this community really rallied together, and over 1,000 different businesses just participated in this pledge and say, like, you know, if we do it, we're going to do it right, and we're going to do it safe, and we're going to do it clean, and we're going to make everybody proud what we're going to do. So certainly a great way of ensuring that the visitors that are coming to town and our locals, and I truly don't forget about our locals. Our locals are just a great resource in spending money, even though that there may be only 30% of the revenue that's being spent, right, comes from the locals and 70% from the visitors. But still, locals and visitors are all welcome with open arms and open hands. And
Well, quite frankly, it was the locals that were 100% of the business at the beginning, right? Because our staycationers are what really bailed the hotels out and the restaurants. So, but now that's changed. Obviously, they're part of the mix. Heiko, one more question for you. As we look at the fall, so for me, you know, we got the boat show October 31st again, followed by Tortuga. So Tortuga rescheduled right after the boat show, and then we go into the 50th anniversary of Winterfest. So it's not just the summer months as we go into the fall and as we go into 2022. I think tourism is really poised to make a huge comeback, and we already have. So, you know, just very excited about it. But Heiko, you know, the other thing I just want to say finally to you is thank you. You, for me, and it almost brings me to tears. Everything you have done for the industry, and quite frankly, all the awards and accolades, and you know the Terry Styles. I mean, I could go on and on about your awards, but they're also well deserved because you have been a champion not just for tourism, but for this entire community. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for how amazing you are. I've never seen you without a smile. I've never seen you without an open arm. And, you know, quite frankly, we rebranded ourselves, right? We're Visit Florida, everyone under the sun, which embraces the diversity of this destination. And you embody that.
Well, thank you so much. You know, and it takes one to know one. I have admired you for so many years now, and it's so good to have a partner like Travel Host and you, Anali. What you guys are doing in really putting a positive spotlight on the experience for Greater Fort Lauderdale, for our destination, for our region is just phenomenal. I admire what you guys have done in the digital arena of really transforming a paper publication that was mostly paper. And when I take a look what you guys have done, stepping up as the first publication here in this area to really digitalize everything and become a social media maven out there in getting the word out, the value that you're bringing to the table, not only for the visitors, not only for the locals, but me as an investor in your publication, meaning buying the advertising and getting my biggest bang for the buck. It's not only when somebody picks it up or when we mail it out to somebody to give them a flavor of what this destination is all about, but it's really the global presence that you do with Travel Host all over the world, that people literally, with the click of a button, can be right here in this destination and get a flavor of what it's all about. Congratulations on the success of your magazine. Congratulations on having an amazing team to work with that is just second to none.
Well, that's how I was going to say. My team, I mean, they're the social media mavens, you know, and they have taught me so much, but they really have, from the very beginning as we were going through this, I mean, they really have broken the ground and done everything you've said, because we really created for Travelos an amazing integration of print and digital, all to serve our customers, our community, and ultimately our readers. So thank you, Heiko, and we wish you and the Riverside and the Las Olas company and our whole community continuing to thriving. What I've said to our team, we're no longer about surviving this year, we're now all about thriving.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Aina. And folks, pick up that Travel Host magazine whenever you can. It has all the information that you need